Hi, how are you? Bear with me for one sec. I forgot to post the link for the YouTube show on Twitter and done. There we go. Hi, happy Monday. Hope you had a wicked weekend. It's Bondzee Live at Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. We are live from San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Still, Bondzee, aren't you supposed to be going home soon? Stop yelling at me. You're not even my real mom. You're not my dad, okay? Just stop it. I'll go home when I'm goddamn good. I'm ready. We're here for a little longer. I set up some pretty amazing interviews that we got coming up. I'll get into those in a minute, but I'm super stoked to be here. The weather's amazing. It sucks back in Canada still, so it's not like I'm just going to jump on a plane because I want to slip my wrist here or something. It's nothing like that. It's just I realize I don't want to be here and can't be here for 3 months, but I am not just going to race home. I already set up some pretty sick stuff. Like I said, it's coming up. All right, make sure you go to YouTube. I think Buddy posted it. Hit the subscribe button, smash it, smash the like, hit some comments up. It helps tremendously. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Who do we got so far? Melissa, Daniel Baker, as always. God bless you guys. Listen, it's my boy Wade. Everybody will be. It's tuning in. Gwen's here. The show's brought to you by the Hip Bar, San Juan del Sur. Amazing spot. I can't tell you how good the food is. $5 specials every single day. You got dollar beer, dollar rum, dollar tequila. You can't go wrong, folks. Like I'm telling you, their Caesars are the best in town. I had me Virgin one yesterday, Caesar Sunday. I did most of the show yesterday, prep the show because there was a chance I was going to go out on a catamaran boat trip today, and the weather here is so ridiculous. It's beautiful, but the wind is unreal. It's not quite hurricane levels, but it is. It's a lot. It really is. So there's me chilling yesterday, prepping for the show. Had me Virgin Caesar, the best in town. I mean, it's just so good. They did everything right. The folks that own this bar, they're from Canada. Big shout out to Greg and Melissa. There's the Hip Bar. I'm telling you, folks, if you come here, if you're here and you're watching the show, that's the place to be. Go check it out. They're open Monday, every day, 7 days a week. Live music on the weekends, sometimes in the week. Always playing the game. We were watching the Leaf. I'm almost embarrassed to say this right now. I was watching the Leafs Canadians game right before the show. Had some supper, and I can't believe the score. I'm disgusted. I don't even want to talk about it right now. So there's that. So yes, the Leafs are losing 3-0 to the. It's just we can beat every team in the league, no problem. But we play the Montreal Canadiens. It's like, no, it's almost like we let them win because we feel bad for them. Is that? I know I got a lot of Montreal fans out there like, fuck you, Bondzee. Just stick it up your ass. I know. Listen, I don't care if we lose to you. We're in first place or damn near up at the top. We're going to the playoffs. You clowns are not. And I know you're tanking the rest of the season too. You got Le Cavier now, and you got what's the other one? You got and Martin St. Louis is running the squad. Some great pickups. I don't think it's going to save the day, but listen, you had to start over. You had to start fresh. So anyway, suck it. 5-0 now. Wow. Yeah, sorry to Costa. I mean, listen, I'm a Leafs fan. True and true. I bleed blue. I cannot stand the Montreal Canadiens. I love Montreal Canadian fans, though, because guys get so angry. You really do. Like the Leafs fans, we're used to losing, dude. Like we really are. So I really love when the Montreal Canadiens, like I got my buddy, he is the biggest chirper in the world when you guys are winning in first. Oh, I got so many cups. And then now you're in the basement. Guy is crickets. He might as well be a monk up in the mountains of wherever goddamn monks live and they don't speak. That's my buddy right now. Is the biggest Habs fan I ever know. I love it. Okay, the show is also brought to you by Shakespeare's Fine Dining, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I highly recommend you go there, folks. If you want the best seafood, the best surf and turf, the steaks, everything they have, the scallops. It's me, Mom's favorite when she goes there. Absolute Sarge. If Sarge likes the shit, listen, it's going to be okay because she's an old English lady who is like sort of picky with her food. She is. So she says the scallops are good. By golly, they're goddamn good. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, 5 till 9:30. Lunches Fridays, 12 till 2. Make sure you go get it. 905-528-0689. Make a rezo. They are also at www.shakespeares.ca. You can get some gift cards as well. And the show is also brought to you by Scramble Golf, brand new sponsorship. Love these guys. Well, it's not brand new. They were with us almost at the beginning. And then I remember they sent me a whole bunch of swag. I should next time. I promise I'll wear a hat for a minute. But there's my boy Santa. no, it's not Santa. What is it in California? There, what's the fancy mountain places there? I forget already. My brain it's been a very busy day. Anyway, Squad for Life. You can get that stuff. It's scrambleclothing.com. Go there. They got so much fine swag. There's the owner. The guy loves surfing and he loves golf more than anything on this planet. He likes drinking too. And he put the two together. There's clothing for men. There's clothing for women. You get hats, t-shirts, the whole 9 yards. It's Scramble Clothing with a K. Make sure you go hit them up, and 30% off if you mention code word SQUAD with K. All right. That's it for the sponsors tonight on the show. We got Tony Rabalao. I think I'm saying that right. From the band Joydrop, Bedouin Soundclash. He's the drummer. Amazing dude. He's got some great stories to tell. He's a South African, came to Canada and kicking ass in the music scene, has been for a while. Also, Friday night, we got the Crypto Boys. That's locked in. Had a meeting with them this morning. We're going to simplify it for you. We're going to do like a 2-3 part series on this. We're going to help you make some money on crypto. If you're interested. We're going to talk to you all about it. We're going to talk about how to open the crypto, what crypto is, what to expect from it. Is it like stocks? They're going to answer every question that you guys have. And I also have a bunch for them, set it up real nice for you. Okay. So that's coming up. And then also I'm sitting down on Thursday with the owner of the Sun King restaurant, brand new restaurant here in San Juan del Sur. It's right over on the pier where the cruise ships come in. This guy's amazing. Shot out of a cannon he is. You thought I like to talk and could talk a lot? Good Lord, wait till you see my interview with this guy. So here's the deal. It's not going to be your regular, he's not going to be on the show like this. We got to sit down. We're going to sit down in his restaurant. He's going to feed me. He's going to wine me. He's got the most amazing wine selection. Him and his chef are them wine sommeliers or whatever you call that thing. Anyways, he's a level 1. His chef's a level 2. They mix it all together with their New Orleans cuisine and Vietnamese fusion. Listen, folks, the food's to die for. We're going to showcase it all on Thursday. I'm going to be sitting down. He's going to feed me. We're going to video it all. We're going to edit it all together, and we'll bring that to you probably next week. So check it out. That's going to be a great, great episode for sure. The guy is amazing. Born and raised in New Jersey, South Jersey, on the Jersey Shores as well. Has been in the restaurant industry for 27 years. A fascinating character. You're not going to want to miss this. And then also we've got a world famous drummer coming up on the show. I really did some serious networking this weekend. You're welcome. You wait and see the amount of crazy, awesome interviews I've got coming up with some amazing people from all over the world. So you're really going to love it. It's Bondzee Live, Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. Big things are coming and big things are happening here. And I'm pretty stoked. All right, we're waiting for Tony. He should be clicking in here any minute now. Listen, like I said, I decided to stay a little longer. Though the place I'm staying, I'm almost thinking of bailing on my last. Like, if I'm gonna stay here 2 more weeks, I gotta fucking figure out a place to go where I don't want to strangle 12 roosters and about 16 dogs in my neighborhood. So I kind of live right in the hood. Sadly, I don't live there. I used to live very close to there, right on the ocean. Now I am right in the barrio, as you will. That's my view. That's what I wake up to every morning. That's right out of my living room window. It's absolutely amazing. That was yesterday. It was super, super, super windy. Anyways, between the roosters, the dogs, and it's a great place to live. Actually, I do live right in with the locals in their neighborhood, and I'm very recognizable, so I'm fine here. And the dogs all recognize me and stuff. But if anybody comes up the street where I'm living in their neighborhood, right in with the locals, the dogs go absolutely ballistic. So I feel super safe here. I do have a gate right on. You got to come up steps to get to my apartment. But there's a lock gate there, and then to get into my place I'm on the 3rd floor. Good luck. You know, I sleep with the windows open at night. I don't even use air conditioning. Some people here think I'm crazy, but I try to tend to stay away from the old AC, and I'm acclimatized already. I was out tonight for supper with friends right on the ocean, and we watched a beautiful sunset, had some drinks, and a wonderful dinner with wonderful friends. And I was kind of cold. I said to them, I'm kind of chilly. Because I've been traveling around, like I just spent last year in the desert for 10 months. So Yeah, I was only home for a month or so in Canada, but I was a little chilly tonight, and I don't dare tell you the temperature was 26. But it was windy. It was windy, and I was cold. So suck it. All right. Well, folks, without further ado, I'm done rambling because my guest is here tonight. Um, he is one of the coolest cats. I had the pleasure to meet him recently. Was out for dinner with his lovely girlfriend and some friends of mine that are beauties in their own right. He's played for a band we all know, and now he's part of a band we all know very well. He's played for Joydrop. He's the founder, writer, and the drummer for them, and for Bedouin Soundclash. Without further ado, it's my friend Tony. How are you,
Hey, how
Tony?
you guys
Welcome to the
doing?
show.
Good, man. Good to see you.
It's great to see you. Welcome to Bondzee Live on Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. How's the weather up there? Because I know when I was there with you last and we went out for drinks after supper, it was the weather's cold and it's no bueno.
Well, you know what? It's today wasn't so bad, but we had like a stretch of cold and lots of snow. But I got this thing I call my emotional spring. So what that is in what's today? The 21st.
Yes,
So
it
on the
is.
on March 1st, which is what, 7, 8 days away,
Yeah.
emotionally, that's springtime for me. There could be a blizzard out there, but because it's March 1st and you feel like the worst is over, there's light and grass and sunshine at the end of the tunnel. So that's my emotional spring. So it's coming soon. So we still got a ways to go in terms of like really getting over that edge, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah.
positive attitude and vibes off that. So this must be like, are you used to it by now? So you grew up in South Africa, born and raised, correct?
No, I grew up here. I came here when I was one.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah. So
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 you're used to this then.
yeah, and listen, my childhood was spent in Ottawa, which is way
Okay.
colder than here, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Yeah, it is.
Toronto's like a, tropical compared to that. So I'm
For
good.
sure.
I'll take it. You know. Yeah.
Right on. Well, I didn't realize you came here at such a young age. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Um, you started playing the drums when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
How do you convince your parents to let you get a set of drums at 8 years old and make a bunch of racket?
Well, they put it off as long as they can, as long as they could, because no parent wants to hear an 8-year-old kid banging around in the drums in the house. So they would say, start with the piano. It's a good foundation. Knowing I didn't want to, but I did it. But then I kept bugging them, and then eventually, maybe when I was about 12 or so, they got me my first kit. But it was just something I knew right off the bat that I knew that I'd be able to play right away, and then I'd love it, and I did. So it's been it's just been something I thought I just love to do. You know what? A lot of people don't even know what it is they love to do. So when you find it, you better do it.
How
you
so
know?
you begged your parents for a while. So when you were 8 when you started, so you must have knew at a pretty young age that the drums were your thing. How did that come about? Like, was there who did you fall in love with?
Well, my older brother, he was more the rock guy. So I'd hear the stuff he was playing, and he liked like the Stones and Aerosmith, and he was a rocker. So I would find myself listening to his stuff and kind of being drawn to the drums. But I would air drum what was going on, and I knew that what I was air drumming was exactly what was happening. And then he even made me he made me a pair of drumsticks out of a piece of wood, and I bang on the couches, and it sounded right and it felt right. So I knew that get me behind a real kit, and I'm gonna know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And a good friend of mine had a kit, and we were the same age, and sure enough, yeah, I sat behind it and I could play it. So
incredible. So
yeah.
self-taught up until college, right? And you decided to go to jazz and composite
Yeah,
and take that at college.
but
Tell
I
me,
but I
was that a great decision? Like looking back and going, I'm so thankful I did that. Like it really must have taught you a
Yeah,
whole
it was
different.
because what it does is, I mean, it wasn't so much teaching you about music, which is great. I mean, the cool thing about the music education I got was it uh, it exposed me to other styles and things that I wouldn't have kind of just found on my own, because you tend to just do what you like, right? When you're on your own. as opposed to having somebody going, no, you're gonna have to study this, you're gonna have to listen to that, and check out this, and then you learn about it, and you get an appreciation for it, and it expands your horizons. But the really cool thing about it was that the friends and the connections that you make, because you're just surrounded by music and musicians every
Music
day, all day,
lovers.
and music
Yeah.
lovers. So
And
to this day, some of my closest friends are people that I met there. You know.
that's amazing. And you really have worked with some amazing musicians. And we'll get into that coming up shortly. So you graduate, and then you basically, right after graduating, you went on tour and recorded extensively over the following years, correct?
Yep.
Europe,
Yep.
North America.
Yep. Yep.
We founded the band Joydrop.
Yep.
Um, what was that like? I mean, you also, well, let's get into, so Joydrop. You also, on your, when you were touring around, Kalen Porter, Big Sugar, which is a, was a
Yep.
big band back in the day.
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
loved him. Binker the Star. That's just to name a
Yep.
few. But
Yep.
let's talk about Joydrop,
Okay.
a band
Um,
you founded, right?
yeah. Well, me and when I used to play in a band called Bass is Bass, and a good friend of mine, I got him in the band, and we weren't really satisfied in that scenario. Just I'm a writer, and he's also a writer and a producer. His name's Tom Mackay, one of my closest friends, and we thought, why are we doing this when we could have our own band? And I said, look, I've been writing all these songs, and so when we were on tour, in our hotel rooms, we'd just be plotting and scheming and planning and figuring out how we're going to make this happen. So yeah, we just when we finished touring with them, we just kind of called it quits with them and went and took a chance and we worked really hard. We almost made it like a full-time job, and it didn't take long before we got our record deal. And I mean we met Tara Sloan, who was that was the missing key element.
Right.
And then not long after that, we got signed maybe 6 months after she joined the band.
Incredible. So that's, I was just going to say, you've been in 11 MTV and Much Music videos. And then you started this band, you Juno nominated, and you Tara Sloan.
Yeah.
Now, how did you come to find her and she agrees to be in the band? And what a wonderful person and musician, isn't she, though?
Oh, she's
And a
awesome, man.
voice.
And she's also to this day one of my closest friends. But how it started when we were putting the band together, he knew a guitar player named Thomas Payne who um, um, he knew him. I didn't really know him, but he was a really talented guitar player. And he was exactly the kind of guitar player that we were looking for. But we still didn't have the main puzzle piece, which was the lead singer, and we knew we wanted it to be a female vocalist. And so we tried a couple of different people and didn't work out. And then we put an ad in Now magazine, and we kind of made it so it would be a little intimidating, so that it would kind of weed out, people that weren't up for the challenge. And Tara had just moved from Montreal, and she sang, and she was looking for the kind of scenery that we had, and she was actually one of the last people. We'd gone through a bunch of them, and we're looking for. It was a really tough thing to find when you're looking for just the right person that looks the part, sings the part, can get along with us, is a good person, that's going to be
Yeah.
committed, and that was it. And yeah, we got her in,
Amazing.
and that was it.
What
6 months later, we got signed.
That's incredible how it just, things happen for a reason, obviously, in this world.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're a big believer in that. I know I am. And so Tara joins a band, you get signed, and you happen to write this amazing song called Beautiful.
yeah,
Written by you. Is it solely you that takes the writing credit for this, or?
yep, yeah. I wrote
Yeah,
I wrote the song. Yep,
amazing. Top 20 on the Billboard
yep,
charts, dude. And I watched the video again today. It had been a while since I'd seen it, and it brought back so many memories. I love how it's like it's slow, but then she just kicks in, and her
yeah,
voice is really something. I love watching her play. And then you also got Thomas Payne, who's on the guitar, great guitar
yep,
player, and Tom McKay on the bass.
yep.
And how is it playing with all those guys? Just it's easy when you're all such good musicians, right?
Yeah, and we all had a shared passion. I mean, and a similar vision for what the band was supposed to be. and it makes it so much easier. Obviously, yeah, when everyone has a, is good at what they do. We rehearsed once Tara joined the band. We rehearsed like it was a job. So we rehearsed almost 5 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, for months on end, before we even had a gig. Like, just to
Wow.
make sure that when we came out of the gates, we came out blazing, and that kind of sped the process up because, and obviously we, Tom and I had some experience and some contacts through the other gigs we had done. Tom used to play in a band called the Five Guys Named Mo, and another band called the Nightcrawlers, and they had some success too. So between our contacts and our experiences together, we were able to just kind of fast track the process, and but we just wanted to make sure that we sounded great and hit the ground running, and we did. So our first
Yeah,
gig, it
you
was like,
sure did.
yeah.
And then so after that, you take a hiatus. You broke up. Is there a specific reason behind breaking up and the long hiatus before you got back together, or?
Yeah, it was a few things kind of happened at the same time. Our record company got bought out by Warner. We were signed to Tommy Boy out of New York at the time, and then they got bought out by Warner. So in that shuffle, you can get lost in that shuffle.
Yeah.
And also 9/11 had just happened, and we had our single at the time was a song called "Sometimes Want to Die,"
Oh
and
shit.
right. So at that time, radio stations aren't really trying to play a song with a
Yeah,
title
it's
like that.
not going to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, and then also, we were kind of having our own little internal struggles at the time.
Sure,
So
it
we just
happened.
kind of thought, maybe this is a good time. We'd had a good 5 year run. We thought, why don't we just take a little hiatus? And it, lasted quite a long time,
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
we
you,
remained friends, so that
well, that,
made it easier when we decided to get back together.
that's the most important part, right, Tony?
Yeah.
So you take this hiatus. Now, what can we expect from Joydrop coming up? We got a new record coming out. I think you had
Well, we
mentioned.
we've been working on we've been writing together, like Tom, Mackay, myself, and Tara. We're still together. Thomas has gone off and done his own thing,
Okay.
and so we've been writing, and we've done some shows, and we thought, you know what, if we like what we write, and we're having fun doing shows and being together, then let's just see what happens. And that's kind of the stage we're at right now. It's we're all really busy, so it's difficult to coordinate and get together. Tara is on hometown hockey. She does a lot of
Yeah.
sports broadcasting, and so when hockey season's on, which is what, 8 months of the year,
Yeah. Right. She's
she's really
non-existent.
she's really busy. Tom's a pretty established producer. He's busy. I'm a touring guy, and I mean, I haven't been touring that much in the last,
Well,
18 months
two.
or so.
Yeah,
It's
2 years
almost 2 years.
almost.
But
Yeah.
I've been busy with other stuff, so it's hard to get together. But it's still something, an ongoing thing that we're pursuing. So,
Well,
um,
that is super cool and amazing, and it's a perfect segue into the next part. Let's switch gears and talk about Bedouin Soundclash. Uh,
yeah,
great band, Canadian band formed back in 2001. They had some great hits. It came out with a cool sound. It was, the reggae ska, which I was a big fan of the Specials back in the day. I
yep,
certainly got that vibe from Bedouin Soundclash. Now, you weren't part of it back then,
no.
but you are now. So take us through that. How did that all happen? I know the band broke up for quite some time. When did you join Bedouin Soundclash?
Well, I've known them for quite some time. And the drummer that they got, their second drummer was a good friend of mine named Sekou, who now plays with Big Wreck. But when Sekou left, uh, I guess they asked him, is there someone you would recommend to fill your spot? And he said, me. And they went, oh, yeah, of course, Tony. We know Tony. And so I got the call, I'd say the summer of 2019. And they had a tour booked in the UK, and a new album that had just come out. And so, yeah, I rehearsed with them for a while, and we just hit the road, and
Yeah,
And
they dropped that brand new album in 2019. Were you a part of that? Were you on it and recording it, or did you just happen to come into the band after the album was done?
yeah, the album was done, and
Okay.
so yeah, I just kind of we just did a series of rehearsals. They were still based out of Toronto. Now Jay, the lead singer, he's based out of Victoria.
Okay.
Eon, the bass player, he lives here. But when they were here, we rehearsed for a bit here, and then we had a couple of local shows, just kind of a little warm up, and then crossed the pond and did this really cool UK tour, which was a lot
How
of
did
fun.
that? I love England. Had you been there? You've been there before, obviously, with all the touring you've done. Yeah.
Yeah, not extensively. So this was the most I'd toured like UK.
Okay.
So it was great to just get to really see that
Explore it
country,
all. Did you like
and
it?
yeah,
My
yeah, I had a
parents are born and raised in England, so it's a dear place in my heart. I've been there a ton of times, and I love it. I think it's a great country. What was your thoughts?
oh yeah, it's a great country, great people. They got a
Fun little
great.
clubs to play and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, because they got listen, rock and roll. It's an American art form.
Okay.
Um, but the Brits have completely you know taken ownership of it. I mean, some of the biggest rock bands in the world are British,
Yeah.
so they've got that rock and roll infrastructure. you know they've got the venues, they got crowds that are appreciative, and very discerning, like you know they don't give a shit, like
No, man.
you think you're good,
They're
they're like,
hardcore passionate about
oh
their
yeah.
music over
And they're
there.
like, you think you're good? Oh well, we got the Beatles, we got the Stones, we got Zeppelin. What do you got? You know what I mean? We got
Yeah,
Oasis, we
right.
got Blur, we got Bowie.
Oasis,
What do you
yeah.
got? So
No
yeah, so
kidding.
they don't impress easily. But if they like you, they really embrace you and let you know that. So
That's amazing. Well, listen, my producer managed to grab a 30-second clip. We'll play it of this amazing song. It's from Joydrop. I know we're talking. Let's roll this clip because it's such a special song and it showcases Tara and just your beautiful songwriting. So roll it, Glassy.
awesome.
If I was beautiful like you, all the things I would do, those not so blessed will be crying out murder, and I just laugh and get away with it too, like you do. If I was beautiful like you, I would never be at fault.
Awesome.
Wow, brings back some memories, man.
No doubt. What do you remember where the inspiration came from that song, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I I was just it was a moment of feeling a little insecure and some self-doubt. And those feelings are universal, whether you're a young black drummer or a pretty white singer or a anybody feels those kinds of emotions. And so when I wrote the song, I kind of already had the idea that Joy Drop was going to be a thing. And but I thought if I write it and make it personal but not too specific, it's going to be universal. So I just kind of assumed a bit of a role, but it was still the sentiment behind it was still very very personal. And so when Tara came in to the band, that was one of the songs she had to do for audition. I kind of walked her through it, and she was like, "Yeah, I mean, the song hadn't been released yet, hadn't even been recorded yet." But she was like, "Yeah, man, I can really relate to this," and that's kind of the sentiment that I got from a lot of people was that it was very relatable and universal, And
Yeah.
we've gotten letters and messages from people that say it saved their lives or it really helped them through a tough spot, So
That's gotta feel pretty special, Tony, when I mean, you were a drummer first and foremost. Where did the passion for writing fit into all of this? Because you really are a prolific writer. You've written some great songs, including that one. What age were you at when you started writing, and why the flip from not so much a flip, but you incorporated your writing into the drumming and stuff?
uh Well, I've always been a lover of great songs and melody and meaningful lyrics. You know what? It's gonna sound a little strange, maybe, but I've practiced meditation for most of my adult life, and when I started learning how to meditate, songs would just come flooding to me. I'd wake up with full songs, and I didn't
Wow.
even realize that I could actually write songs until that point. And then I just started writing songs,
The
and I loved
lyrics,
it.
Tony, or the
E-
music itself,
Everything,
or both?
everything,
Really?
everything,
Really?
everything. Yep,
God damn
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'd literally
Is
wake up in the middle of the night, and a whole song would just come flooding out of me, and I'd, rush to a recording machine and write down lyrics, and ideas would start flowing. And that started when I started meditating. So yeah.
damn. Is family musical, Tony? Like your mom and dad, your brother,
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know if you have
musical, but
brothers.
they're not musicians. My sister played the piano. My brother could play guitar.
Okay.
There's a lot of musical appreciation, and there was a lot of music playing in the house all the time. But none of them, chose to pursue it as a career, or even, as semi professionally. Just my brother plays out of just for the fun of it. So does my sister. But
Were your
I was
parents
the
pissed
one.
at you when you said you just wanted to focus on music and not really?
Oh
I
yeah,
hate,
initially, yeah, they didn't
yeah,
like it.
because it
Yeah.
scares parents, right? "Oh, I'm just gonna
Yep.
go be a musician, mom and dad. Okay, oh, you take care. I'll
Yeah.
see you." And you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. They weren't having it at first, but it took them a while to come around. But they
that's
saw that I was
awesome.
serious, and then they got behind it. So
Well, shit, you've got to travel the world. You got to play with some great bands. Your musical writing has become, it's amazing. Juno nominated. Traveled the world. What's one of your favorite places that you've been and played with, like a venue at? Is there something that holds a special place in your heart, Tony?
there's a few, but I mean, I love playing France. There's a venue I played at in a city called Vienne, or is it
Okay.
Sienne, and the venue is like this 2,000-year-old Roman amphitheater that uh, they've taken and refurnished into this amazing uh, live venue that seats probably about thousands of people. But it's so you're amongst the old and the new, and that's amazing. We did a
That's
show there
cool.
opening for Buddy Guy. It was a really really great show, great festival show.
No
But yeah,
doubt.
there's lots of great venues in the world, and um, it's nice to try to do what you love to do and have that take you across oceans and meet different people and
And are
cultures.
your
And
parents proud of you now for that? And they look back and go, "We're glad we didn't, hold you
yeah, my
back."
yeah, my dad passed away a while ago, but he got to see
Sorry to
some
hear
of
that.
that. My mom's still alive, and she loves, she's proud of it, and
Cool.
she got over it a long time ago, which is great.
Yeah, amazing.
So yeah,
Somebody wants to know if you write on the piano or a guitar.
both actually. I
Both.
wrote
Okay.
beautiful on the guitar, but I've written lots of songs on the piano. So it depends. It all comes in different ways. Sometimes it starts with a lyric. Sometimes it starts with a musical riff, or yeah, just wherever
So if you,
comes, however comes in.
how many instruments can you play, Tony?
Uh, three, but I'm not a great guitar player or a great piano player by any stretch, but I can do it enough that I can get my ideas out.
Okay.
But and then
Amazing.
drums is my main instrument, and I sing too. I'm a singer too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I see the microphone and you sing for Joydrop. So with this new fit in with Bedouin, are we going to be singing? Do you sing behind the kit there as well with those
I,
guys?
s- I sing backup vocals with them, yeah. But
Perfect.
I'm also a solo artist, so I've got two solo records that are out, and I'm going to be working on my third this year. So
Amazing. Plug
yeah,
them away. What can we expect and when?
yeah. It's under my artist name is Lelo, Leh dash
That's your
Lo.
nick. Is that what people call you? Is that your nickname, Lalo?
Some do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my artist name.
Okay.
So we got two albums that are out. You can check them out on Spotify or any streaming platform. And yeah, the new I'm gonna start working on it this year. Songs are pretty much written. It's kind of a combination of rock and bit of soul, and anything. I just like it's a reflection of my musical loves and influences, basically. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Melissa wants to know, what instrument do you wish you could play? Is there something that you've always kind of wanted to play and really never got into?
Um, a bass,
Yeah,
bass guitar. I'd love to play bass guitar, and
that
I
goes
think
hand in hand with drums, kind of, doesn't it?
yeah,
With that same
yeah, and
beat.
it's got that. Listen, when a lot of the music that I like, and a lot of the music that moves people, it's got that heavy bottom end thing, which is drums and it's bass. So you want people to shake their ass, nod their head. It's drums and bass.
I
So
love it.
yeah.
How do you find balancing all these bands? So you're solo, you've got the Joydrop, you've got Bedouin, like are we with these bands? And I know Tara's busy, but how do you schedule? Because we're starting to open up back out there, so everybody wants
Yep.
to see these bands play live again.
Yep.
How are you gonna balance all this, Mister?
It's always tricky. I have another artist that I tour with named Sate. She's awesome.
Yeah,
So between Bedouin and Sate, those are the main two touring acts that I've done in the last 5 years or so. But you know what? It's tricky sometimes. But you communication is the key.
right, right.
And so that nobody gets surprised. Sometimes conflicts do arise, and you do your best to to be professional and respectful, and and not mess anybody around. But luckily, knock on wood, I
Yeah.
haven't had any major conflicts.
Hey,
So
listen, it's a pretty good life if your biggest problem is trying to figure out a touring schedule with all your musical talents in your bands, dude. So congrats on that. That's a
thanks,
pretty
brother.
awesome accomplishment.
Thanks, man.
Definitely. A couple more questions before I let you go. I don't want to keep you all night and stuff, but what I had one other one. Your influences growing up. Were you into the Specials? I know they've been around a long time. And what were some of your
Uh,
other favorite bands or drummers?
oh, okay. Well, can you see the shirt I'm wearing right now? You
I
recognize
can,
that?
but your camera, your light goes in and out. I
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of noticed it earlier.
It's the Police Ghost of the Machine T-shirt.
Oh,
So
awesome.
Police were a big influence on me.
Okay,
Um, Rush was a big influence. Led
love
Zeppelin,
it.
love the Beatles.
Right on.
Um, Tears for Fears is a huge band for me. There's a lot of there's a lot of soul artists that I really loved. All kinds of music. I just like good music. That's the kind of music I listen to.
Awesome.
So yeah.
I love it. Listen, it's are you still playing? Like how? Yeah, when I talked to you, you came from work. You're still drumming for other bands during this time and stuff in studio and stuff. How much of that do you do on the side?
Fair bit of studio work. I've played on hundreds of recordings, so
Yeah,
recording sessions have always been there.
got to work with some
D-
pretty amazing artists, eh, Tony?
yeah, man, it's been good to just the range of artists, and a wide range of artists, not all the same styles of music.
Yeah,
So again, like when you were asking me about one of the benefits of getting a musical education is that it expands your horizons. So, you know, I'm not just pigeoned down to one style that I can only do. I'm pretty comfortable in a lot of different styles, which you know. Sometimes as a musician, you got to cast your net wide, reel it in, and see what you catch. Sometimes, it could be playing this style, playing that style, recording with this style of music. And as long as it's something that you feel confident and you have a passion for, then to me it doesn't really matter. Whether it's a rock band or a hip hop band or an R&B band, it's stuff that I'm comfortable with and stuff that I enjoy. So when I'm doing sessions, sometimes it's all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, I got to ask what kind of music you listen to these days? Who's in your on your radar right now and on your go to on the daily?
It's tough. I'm finding it hard to find new stuff that I'm really digging. That's because there's so much out there.
Yeah,
Um, I like that the Tame Impala. I'm really digging that. Um, I heard the new Tears for Fears single, and that was great. So I hope that album's gonna sound great because I'm a huge fan. So
yeah.
I think they're putting out a new record like this spring. So can't wait to hear what that sounds like. I tend to, you revert back to some older stuff and try to discover things that maybe overlooked over the years. But I'm
Yeah,
always
right.
I'm always open for new stuff that's gonna blow my mind, man. I'm always
What's
looking for
your
that.
what's your old go-tos though that if you're great, like what's some of your faves from the old days?
Like I said, I love listening to the Police, Tears for Fears, Bowie, Prince. I'm a
Yeah. I
huge Prince
find my
fan.
Tears for Fears and some old cool Police tunes popping up on my playlist too, and I love it. I really do.
Yeah, Queens of the
Yeah.
Stone Age. I listen to all kinds of stuff, man. Yeah,
Awesome. Listen, man, I can't thank you enough for joining me, Tony. This has been a real pleasure for me. I think
been a
the fans
blast,
have
man.
enjoyed it too. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, and I wish you nothing but success with all your music endeavors. And hopefully, you guys can get out on the road and start doing some touring and making some bank. You know what I'm
Great,
saying?
man. Yeah, maybe
For
we'll see
sure,
you
bud.
out there. Well, maybe we'll see you out there, brother.
Let's hope. I'll be back in Canada in Toronto this summer, so hopefully we can get together again. That'd be great.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks again,
Cheers,
Tony.
brother.
Take
Thanks,
care.
man. See you
You
later.
bet. That's Tony Rabalao from Bedouin Soundclash, Joydrop. He does his own personal stuff. Make sure you go check him out. Follow all those bands on all the social media. They're out there. Follow him at Tony Rabalao. It's Rabalao. He's on Instagram. And make sure you hit up his solo stuff as well because such a good dude. And isn't it amazing? Like, he knew from like probably 4 years old, maybe 5, that he would just want to play the drums. That's all he bugged his parents for. Want to play the drums. Want to play the drums. Finally caved, and when he was 8, he made a killing out of it. And not only did he just play the drums, he went to musical school, like with the jazz and contemporary stuff, to really learn music and stuff. And that's a whole different thing in itself. And I have a huge aspiration for people that are that gifted to go out and play instruments. Steve Mazzar comes to mind, guitars for Our Lady Peace. That guy can make the guitar just like seem like he's not even really trying, but he fucking wails on it. And he gets sounds out of it that are magical. And he's just so smart with it. I love music like that. That's Tony. He can do it. He can write. He can play the drums like a badass. That was pretty amazing. I'm pretty proud of that interview. And listen, I can't thank him enough again for taking the time to join us. And I really do look forward to seeing him again. He's got a wonderful wife. Well, I'd like to showcase some of her artwork and stuff too. She's a very unique woman in her own right. But that was a special interview. One of my favorites lately for sure. Glassy, should we just roll right into the videos and pictures, or should I? Oh, did I tell the story yet? I don't think I did. I got stopped by the police here a few days ago. I don't think I told the story yet. So I took a friend out for dinner. Her husband had COVID. They're good friends of mine. They're from Ontario. We flew here together, actually. I've talked about them. Anyways, her husband had COVID. So she came out one night, and it was a show night. So we went out early for dinner, and I rode her into town, and I only have one helmet. So I gave her my helmet. And on the way home, we came down this road, which there's never, ever police here, especially after like 5 o'clock. They don't work here, and they go home. We came around the corner, and there were buddies standing there with it wasn't an AK, but it was like this rifle, and it was way bigger than any gun I wanted to deal with or see. Anyways, I pulled right over, gave my papers. I wasn't wearing a helmet. He's like, I'm fraction. Anyways, my friend got off the bike. Smartest decision she ever made. Got off the bike, put the helmet on my head, and she started walking. And the police officer was like, oh, yeah, bueno. He's like, no, fraction. So I slept on 200 Cordobas, which is $6. He gave me my license and my motorbike documentos, they call it here, back. And off I went. I love this country. $6, not a big deal. Oh, you got caught, but he let me away with it for $6. God bless it. Anyways, that was a pretty funny story. I've got myself into a few other things here, but nothing bad. We almost got caught smoking weed. So weed's not legal here like it is in Canada. So you got to be really careful where you get after it. There's old Bondzarelli. That was the day after I think we got stopped by the police here. But listen, they're friendly people here. Most of the police here don't carry guns here because they can't afford it, sadly enough. But they're pretty good at pulling people over and making some side hustle. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I don't want to get in trouble from the government. I am running off their Wi-Fi. Bondzee Live is officially over. He's in Nicaraguan jail. I don't even joke. I'm going to erase and delete that. All right, dude, let's get into some videos and pictures before we get out of here. Oh, I'm really thankful for this town. Listen, this dog went missing over the whole entire weekend, Thursday or Friday. They put up signs all over town. It was all over the sites here. It's a really cool, tight-knit community here in San Juan del Sur. And anyways, the dog was found yesterday. He was kidnapped. Sadly enough, it does happen here, but they got him back. So I'm so thankful. I really am so thankful because I couldn't imagine. I'm missing Tucker, and I know I get to go home to him. But God damn it, their dog was stolen, plain and simple, and they got him back. Such the best feeling ever. Yeah, Glassy, let's get into some pictures here. So listen, the Oscars this year. Am I the only one who does not give 0.0 fucks about the Oscars anymore? Like it used to be the show, used to be the tits. I remember watching it with my folks, all the movies, there was the blockbuster, it was fun. I remember being in LA one time with my folks. I was 16 years old. The Oscars were going on at the same time, and I begged my parents to take me down to the red carpet so I could try and get some photos. Even though there wasn't the cell phones back then. There really wasn't. I was 16.
But Amy Schumer's hot. She's so hot.
No, she's not. No. Sorry. You throw off my whole train of thought. Anyways, I was down there and my parents wouldn't take me to the red carpet. I was super pissed, so I ran away from the hotel. 16, I pulled an old, huge temper tantrum. And I was like, fuck you. I'm going to find it myself. Well, didn't old Bonzarelli go the wrong way? And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hollywood, but you can be from the Swankyville and safe zone to the danger zone to sweet, if you know what I mean. Okay. But listen, Amy Schumer is going to host the Oscars this year. I don't really care anymore at this point. The only there'd be a handful of people, and I mean only probably one handful of people that would get my attention for making me to watch the Oscars. And I don't think Amy Schumer's going to do it. She's funny. Yeah, you know what? I might lie. I might watch the opening monologue and then call it a day. But other than that, she's not going to keep me tuned in to the fucking Oscars. Listen, I barely watch a goddamn Leaf game down here. It's just a different way of life. You're in the San Juan bubble, if you will. And we don't get into a whole lot of TV and stuff around here. You know what I'm saying? All right, what else we got? You got this didn't last long. Aaron Rodgers, Shailene Woodley, Hollywood star. They call it quits. It was all lovey-dovey a year or two ago, and they got engaged pretty quickly. And then I don't know what the fuck is going on with Aaron Rodgers, but that fella has kind of changed, hasn't he? And I'm not saying I'm disliking what Aaron's throwing down. Maybe it was a little weird with the vaccine thing and all COVID, and he didn't lie about it, but he tiptoed around it and got away with it sort of through the NFL. Anyways, that's all over. And Glassy, I got to bring you on because you had the best line for this tonight in the pre-show meeting. What did you say about this?
He always quits before he gets a ring.
My boy Glassy with the fucking drop of the night. There you go.
On a stat Monday.
Yep. What else we got in the picture? Stay with us.
We have, this is a good one. Hear about this over the weekend in the Olympics? Because we can't mention them or we get in trouble.
Yeah, we do. So listen, this
medal
poor
festival
fella,
over in China.
Now, so here's the deal. This poor skier froze his willy off damn near. It didn't fall right off, but this he spent an hour and 16 minutes going through these howling, freezing winds, I guess, during the AIO Olympics things, leading to his penis becoming frozen for the second time in a cross-country skiing race following a similar incident in Ruka, Finland last year. Now, listen, fella, I don't know what kind of attention this garners in the ladies' field or the money field, quite frankly. Maybe, and I tried to make it, and yeah, you made it to the Olympics, but you're going to freeze your willy off? This poor dude, he said after he put a heat pack on it to try and thaw his package, if you will. He said once it was over and the thawing, and it kind of, his thing wasn't stiff anymore, cock stiff, if you will.
And this is the second time.
Second time. He said the pain
Second
was
time.
unbearable.
Ugh.
Listen, man.
Oh,
I don't
Lord.
think it's not a sport that's going to get you laid. You're not rock star status. You're not like Sidney Crosby. You're not like a football player, a Tom Brady. I don't get the allure to go out and do a sport where you're going to freeze your willy off literally. But and the pain, he said, was unbearable. What? Why?
Why do that?
I don't get it.
Cool.
Why bother? Anyways,
What else we got?
stupido. He is an idiot. Speaking of idiots, Krabby Dicks may not have the best of advertising. Come eat our balls with our homemade semen sauce.
Yeah.
Nice play on words, but maybe not the best. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to old Krabby Dicks for some balls with semen sauce. I can't make this up, folks. If you're listening on where you can't see the video, it literally, the sign says, eat our balls with our homemade semen sauce, spelled SEAMAN. Semen sauce. How about no? That's a hard no. What else we got?
We got videos. Yes.
Oh, let's get into it. Let me get to my things. I was working hard on these today.
Don't worry now. Were you doing this while you were doing the drinking, getting pulled over by the police?
No, I wasn't. I was not drinking.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, man.
A Virgin Caesar, by the way. Thank you very much. They are delicious. And buy one, get one free 7 days a week, by the way. Not a big deal. All right,
go.
Listen, which video you got first? Oh, this is amazing. Okay. Folks, here's why you never, ever, ever give up on a dream, on anything you think you can accomplish. Yeah, you can. Watch this.
Come on, Jaya!
She's in 7th grade, competing against college girls.
You're there, Jaya. Come on, baby, push it.
7th grade versus college girls.
Come on. Push it, Jaya. Come on, girl. Don't give up, Jaya. Come on, push it. There you go, Jaya. Push it. Come on. Get up there, Jaya. Go. Go,
Look
Jaya.
at this.
Go, Jaya, all the way.
Stunning. Don't ever say you can't do something. It's one word I hate to use. I can't do that. She's in grade 7, and she just dusted some of the college girls. And I don't know if they're the best or what that was, but they're all in college. She's in grade 7. Good for her. That video is just, that pumps me up. I'm going to watch that every day because it's awesome. Staying with sports here for a quick second with videos. I'm not sure what boy Austin Matthews was thinking here. Watch this. Oof. He didn't even get pushed into it. Nothing. He just literally skated right into the crossbar and ended up losing a mouthful of chiclets. Bro, this is so stupid. Like, honestly, the guy's the best in the world. And he skated right into his own crossbar and lost, look at his teeth are all over the ground. He's like, oh, that wasn't a very good idea. He had a great sense of humor about it afterwards, though, and God bless him. He said that the hardest thing right now is just eating and trying to keep up with the calories and stuff because everything's pretty much liquid. Oh, what a dummy, though.
I think the reporter that asked that, he's like, oh, how did you feel after? Or what made you run into the net? He goes, I saw the crossbar and just decided, I think it would be a good idea if I just put my face right through it and see what happens. Best response ever.
He is a funny dude. Like, yes, he is. I really enjoy what he brings to the NHL. He's one of the best. He's got a good sense of humor about stuff. I mean, it's a stupid play. I mean, I'm sure he's never going to live that down from his teammates, especially guys like Marner who love to chirp. He literally ran into his own crossbar and knocked all his not all of them, but a mouthful for sure, dude.
Yeah.
That had to hurt, right?
It
He's
did,
never
I
gonna live
know.
that down. I've been watching hockey since I was a little kid, and I've never seen anybody do that. Not on their own right. Like nobody touched him, dude. He's literally
Skated
skated into it and knocked out a whack of chiclets.
And they lost 5-2 tonight.
Fuck. God damn it. You know what? I don't even care anymore about them playing the Habs. Let's let them win every game. Let's just get out of the first round, shall we, this year? Seriously.
My buddy, a guy that used to room off me here, he's a big Habs fan. Of course, we have just the best time of folding him under the table every damn time. And he does point, embrace the tank. So there you go.
Yeah.
So this one I didn't really get. Was this a chicken one?
Yeah. So, dude, this
I didn't
man
get
is
this.
doing this test. There's something going on with the water, his well's low or whatever. So he's got his special little device here that you'll notice it's a super long tape measure wrapped around his arm. He chucks it on the ground. It's weighted at the one end, and then it drops down, and then goes to grab the thing. Well, right when he goes to grab it, watch what happens.
It might not sound like much, but boars are the life.
Peter might not like this video very much, but I found it rather funny.
Here we go.
And I think you will too. So see how long it is.
So he's going to identify the problem. During dry periods, groundwater levels can easily drop. So my first step was to ascertain just how deep the water was sitting.
I'm going to measure the depth using this. It's a plumb line. Weight on one end and measurement all the way along. We drop it down. When it hits the water, we know how much water we're dealing with. Pretty straightforward, but you do have to know what you're doing.
Gotta know what you're doing. This is awesome.
And down she goes. If you want to keep a property like this green, you need to have the balls working properly. Chicken got caught in the tape and it's gone. Oh, shit.
You hear it hit the bottom at the end. Maybe I shouldn't laugh this hard, but it's pretty funny. Is there a way you could fast forward to the last 10 seconds or so of that video again, Glassy, real quick?
If you want to keep a property like this green, you need
Watch
to have
this.
the balls working properly. Chicken.
The chicken. Watch. Listen. Let it play till the splash.
Chicken got caught in the tape and it's gone.
Can't miss the splash.
I think it's pretty deep. I think the water's low.
Wow.
That's a doozy. God
crazy.
bless him. Poor guy. See the look on his face, though, too. What else we got?
Yeah, we have the old door knocking game.
Oh, Nicky Nondor. It's not over, folks, lest you think it is. And old pant load. Oh, he's down again. Speaking of losing teeth, I'm pretty sure that kid might have lost a couple. Play that again, please. Oh, wait, before you do.
Okay.
Listen, I'm no health expert. I'm not in the feltest of shapes, if you will. But that kid should probably keep playing that old school game we all used to play as kids. You remember that? Old Nicky Nondor?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe put the joystick down, bud. He didn't even get 3 steps without his...
Come on, Dubby. Come on, run.
And boom!
Oh, nope. Nope.
That last one, his hands were... you got to play it again and watch his hands so you know he's missing teeth because watch where his hands are.
It's a horrible doorbell.
Right? Look at the other kids go. They're done. Not this kid. Oof. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, head down.
Dude, his face is going to be a little scarred. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
What else we got, bro?
This was a fan favorite. I wanted to open the show with this, but it's a dude on his porch.
Okay, listen, before we play this, my God, fellas, tell me we all have not been there. We've all been this guy. I don't know what it is, but the second you start dating a girl and you go over to her house, it's almost like your guts and your asshole work together and they're going to go, yeah, we're going to fuck with this guy. Roll it, Glassy. We'll show what we're talking about. Gotta go outside. Oh, yeah. You know how good that must feel, dude? Like, seriously, listen. Oh, he was holding that one in for a while. He might even want to check his shorts after that one, because listen at the end again real quick. Oh, I thought I heard a liquid squirt.
There.
I think we'll play it one more time. There's a liquid squirt at the end for sure. He's sharded. Oh, I think he sharded. Definitely. So, dude, I mean, we've all been there. Like I said, it's magical. I don't know how our guts know, but we've all been there. But this guy literally opens the door, goes out, comes back in. So what's the line he used, Glassy? I'm dying to know. Like, oh, honey, just going to check out the stars real quick. You look lovely tonight, by the way.
I have
Be right
no
back.
idea.
Like,
you send me that,
what would you use? I want to know off the cuff. What would you say if you're just dying? You got to go outside for 1 second. What's your line?
Yeah, I just want to make sure the car's locked. Yep.
Just kind of whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I would just say, oh, I heard there was something, a special moon, and I want to see if it's, and then I'll show you. But he just goes out, drops a huge stuff.
Sorry.
He tooted large.
I'm so sorry for doing that over.
That's one of my favorite videos. I've seen this 100 times today now, and I love it because we have all been there. Like, fellas, tell me you haven't. It's the worst, and it's magical when you start dating a girl and you're not comfortable to fart around her. Maybe, and some guys never do. Howard Stern says he never farted around Beth. Well, I don't know how that happens, but isn't it amazing how the belly and the ass just know, don't they? And you can't, it's not like you can squeak it out, because what if it ends up being like a little quick one, and you're like, then what do you do? And then not only if maybe you got lucky and it's silent, but then what if it fucking reeks to high heaven?
True.
You know?
Yeah. And then you're coming. It's okay to go outside and do it, but then you're coming back in right away. So are you bringing a lot of that air
right away a little too soon?
That's like crop dusting.
Great tip, Glassy. Good for you. Fellas, if you're going to do that, pull it one more time. You can't go right back in, because watch the air drop.
Oh, shit. Wrong video.
Oh, wrong one.
I moved it. Shit. Hold on. Excuse my language. There we go.
Oh,
see, now he's back in.
Opens the door immediately. He brought the shit stank with him inside. That's an epic fail, fellas.
You shouldn't have gone outside. Like, why even bother? Just drop ass right in the house.
He brought it right back in. That's a fail. You're
Costa
welcome.
had a good one. You hear that? I heard a blue jay outside. BRB.
Melissa, nice one.
Said, I think I left something in the car. Yeah.
So what do you just go out and you drop the bomb and you come, oh no, I realized I didn't forget something in the car. Like, because he literally went out 3 seconds of serious gas and then came right back in and walked.
He's still carrying. He's still carrying. That's what DeCosta says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fail. He had the right idea, but it was an epic fart, secret fart fail. It really was.
So for our next video, I have a cute one for you.
He farted on you? Yeah. Again? Oh.
Look at her lose her mind.
He farted on you? Yeah. Again? Oh.
I like that one. That was a good one.
That is a good one. What else we got, bro, before we get out of here?
All right. We got going back to hockey for a minute.
Oh.
Pay attention.
That is some serious tomahawk chop. Holy.
He's cutting down a tree.
Jesus.
Like he's cutting down a tree. That was brutal.
He made Paul Bunyan look like a chump.
Yep. This is an ingenious idea. If you ever ride the subway and you want a chair. I
have to tell you.
This was good.
When I watched this video, I laughed my goddamn ass off out loud. I sent it to my kids immediately. And sometimes the kids don't respond right away, even though they live with the phone in their hands. Both of my sons responded right away and said, Dad, that's one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen. Roll it, Glassy. facial expressions. So pay attention.
Now she's like, the hell?
And then he's like, I got you. I have seen this at least 15 times in the last 2 days, and
That
I
was a
still
good one.
play it one more because it's so good in case somebody missed the beginning. Whatever. It's too good. Oh, thank you, love. Thank you, love. I'll just sit down here. Let's make this up. Comfortable with my
Fake
blanket.
baby is now able to...
And he played
Look
it so,
at her,
so nonchalantly. She was so pissed she turned around. Fuck you.
The lady next door is
I
laughing.
know. Everybody.
He's like, I got you.
Except the dude on the phone, he missed it because he was he was on Grindr trying to find some dude on his subway trip.
So while you're in Nicaragua, I think of you sitting on golf. Is there golf courses down there? Or
Yeah, there is. We're supposed to. We're already supposed to go, but I've been pretty busy with my actual real job, and I haven't even got to do a whole lot of stuff yet. So we are going golfing soon. It's about 45 minutes to an hour away. That was my Sunday morning yesterday whilst I was working, putting together the show. It doesn't happen magically, Glassy.
Well, no way.
And what do you got here?
All right, this is a good one. Don't invite this guy.
Holy. That's some serious anger.
Look at his swing.
I think it went farther than the ball did.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a round of his life going. I don't know. And he fucked up. Something tells me that's not the case.
Right.
Judging by that swing, that was. Now let's end the show with this before we get. This is the last one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Before we do that, can we say that the Emergency Act it did go through House of Commons and passed? So now it moves on to the Senate. That moved on to the Senate. It was about an hour ago.
All right, folks. Here's what you might not want to do if you don't want to go to jail and upset a police officer, and or maybe make a trip to the hospital before you get or after you get arrested, and then go to prison or jail. Watch this.
This was
sick. I'm not sure if he cracked his skull first or his collarbone or dislocated his knee. The cart into the police car didn't go over so well. Did you see how far he slid once he fell out of the cart?
Yeah, he just kept going.
Well, dude, he went past that cop car at top speed. He might even get clocked for speeding as well because he was sliding pretty good there. And I'm sure that unless maybe alcohol is a wonderful thing, isn't it? It can really take the pain away sometimes.
Let's do it.
Can someone tell me if you're going to ride a cart down a nice hill in snow in front of the police, you're probably shit-faced.
Father Dean calls them grifters.
Father Dean. Yeah, that guy probably didn't feel a thing, even though he woke up with 4 broken ribs, a broken clavicle, and some knee damage, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Sitting in a golf cart, dude, is never a good idea. I've seen all the Jackass movies. It never ends well.
That comes out in March, doesn't it? Is it March?
It's already out, dude. February 4th,
out?
It's out. Yeah, I got to find it on the pirate stations and watch it down here because I heard it's amazing.
I have heard that too, but yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cameos from celebrities too who get kind of dusted and stuff in the pranks avenue, if you will, with the nonsense that those hooligans produce. What an amazing franchise, isn't it, though?
We used to drag a sled behind our car for fun in high school.
Wow, that sounds safe. She is from Sudbury and all, though. So,
oh, she's Sudbury, really?
Yeah,
cool. I got people in Sudbury.
They're different. They're a different breed up there. There's not much to do besides drag sleds behind the car for fun. Sounds super
and
safe too, especially
things.
when you have to slam on the brakes. And where does the sled go? Face right off the back of a bumper. Probably driving the old school 1974 station wagon too, right, Glassy?
That's right. Oh my God! With the wood paneling.
Milton too. That explains a lot. With the wood paneling. Yeah. Some of the greatest cars ever to this day, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I was in Milton in high school. Oh God. There you
Awesome.
go.
Wow.
Before we go,
yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
before we go,
Yeah.
Wednesday at 11 o'clock, go
Thank
tomorrow
you for
or go
this.
tonight, 95.7 cruisefm.ca. 95.7
Yep.
cruisefm.ca.
Make sure you sign
Yep.
up and grab the link before the show.
It's on the website. They'll send you a link for it. It'll come out tomorrow, Wednesday morning, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 10 o'clock Pacific, and 1 o'clock Eastern. Is that right?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got Jimmy from the Jedi Jimmy podcast and 95.7 Cruise FM. They're going to be talking bullying because it will be Pink Shirt Day, anti-bullying. There'll be a chat room set up from what I've heard and through all the talking conversation, and everybody will be hopefully able to contribute that way as well. So Mercedes Nickel, we've had her on the show, 4-time Olympian. Jessie Lumsden, Kelly Flardo, she's a burn survivor but also a TEDx speaker, and can't wait for that. Wednesday at 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 1 Eastern. Sign up
that
at
should be pretty cool. That'd be
Cruise
a great
FM.
time. You can find it on the Dean Blundell Network, Cruise FM. I'll be on Dean's show after that, and then we do the show Wednesday night. I think we've got a pretty cool musical guest. It's a girl here in town. I'm not going to tease her. It's not 100% confirmed, but I think it's happening.
Nice.
And then we're trying to get Tony back still. We're testing with his phone, and I can't figure out why. It was no problem for Rick to join from Nicaragua down here and the other guests, but for some reason Tony Lewis just north of here, the wine guy. So we're gonna work on that tomorrow. We'll see if we can get him on Wednesday night because he's got such a great story. Thursday, Bondzee sits down with the boys over at Sun King. We're gonna totally highlight their amazing brand new restaurant that's just opened, fresh here. Amazing wine connoisseurs as well, and their food is to die for. So we're really going to showcase that. That'll be coming up on the show next week. Friday, we're into the crypto talk. Don't miss it. It's going to be fully like for beginners. We're going to dumb it down. We're going to tell you how to get into it, what crypto is, what the risks are.
Didn't it shit the bed just recently, though? No?
It's been on it.
Apparently, Bondzee can't pay for his internet. So there you go. That's what happens when he clicks the wrong button. Also, let's carry on with the show. Doe's Cancer Battle. Doe Polloway, Wade Polloway, great people. Friday Night Bitch Fest. After our podcast is done, you can join them. And Doe's going through cancer treatments right now. So if you go to GoFundMe.com, I believe it's Polloway or W Polloway. If Tamara's here, she might post the link to it. Go every bit that they have. Will help them. And great people. Friday Night Bitch Fest, again, after us on Friday night here on the Dean Blundell Network. Now, while we wait for Bondzee to come back, maybe we should wait for Bondzee to come back. I don't know. Let's reach out to his little. We're doing this again. There he is.
Sorry, I lost you right at
Are you back now, buddy? I heard you blip in.
Yep. You got me?
Hey, there you go.
There we go. I jumped over to my we got two settings here. So, yeah, it happens once in a while here. It is a third world country, developing country, I like to call it. And
you were watching that, weren't you? Shit.
Watching what?
You're not watching on keeping the feed going in your YouTube?
No, I'm not. It didn't pop up on Facebook tonight for whatever reason. So I wasn't.
Good. There's one less thing we'll be kicked off of.
Right on. Well, no, it's on there. But what did you play? What did you just play to get us in trouble?
Nothing. No, I was talking about Wade and Doe, actually.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Yes. Make sure you go and donate to that amazing cause as well. We all love Doe. Wade, we're still on the fence. But,
we're still on the fence about Wade, but yeah.
We do love him, all jokes aside. Listen, thanks everybody for watching the show tonight. Make sure to not miss the Pink Shirt Day and the bullying. That's going to be a great Wednesday. Cause. Some great people involved in that for sure. And then the Doe and Wade Foundation for sure for Doe's cancer. The show's brought to you tonight by the Hip Bar, San Juan del Sur. Listen, they got $5 specials every single day. Amazing food. You got dollar beer, rum, tequila. The service is great. The owners are great. I love them. Live music all the time. Make sure you get your ass in there. They got the best Caesars in town, hands down. Show's also brought to you by Shakespeare's Fine Dining, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. They've got the best surf and turf in the entire planet. They are finally open again after being shut down for a while and doing the curbside. please go support them for sure. You can make reservations at www.shakespeares.ca. Also, 905-528-0689. They are open Wednesdays through Saturdays, 5 till 9:30. Lunch on Fridays, 12 till 2. Take your loved one, your wife, your girlfriend, both. I don't know what you got going on, but if you take them both and you show proof, I will buy you guys a bottle of wine there. It's hands down guarantee. All right. Tell them Bondzee sent you too. You'll have the best service in the entire world. Show is also brought to you by Scramble Clothing, www.scrambleclothing.com. They got an amazing clothing line for males, females, kids, amazing hats. They got hoodies. They got T-shirts. They got golf apparel, amazing surf apparel. There's awesome hoodie for girls. Listen, go check them out. It's Scramble with a K, www.scrambleclothing.com. There's the owner. He loves surfing. He loves golf. It's two pretty cool things, and he found a way to put them together and start his own clothing line. Go check him out, scramblewithak.com. Awesome. Thank you. That's it. That's all, Glassy. Great job tonight. That was a fun show. Huge thanks to our boy, Tony Rabalao. Cool. Make sure you go check out his solo stuff. Make sure you go check out Joydrop and anything new they got coming up. And great tunes as well. Go listen to some of their old music. Get them some clicks. And also Bedouin Soundclash. He's part of the band now since, 2019. They're going to be coming out with some great new music. The new album, 2019, have a listen. And then they got brand new music coming up, and they'll be touring. Go do it. Go listen. Leafs suck tonight. That's okay. We let the Habs win because they're tanking on purpose, so we wanted to give them a sympathy 2 points. The boys are on a roll. I'm not worried about the Leafs. We're actually going to get through the first round this year. Thanks to each and every one of you for watching. Goodbye. God bless. It's Monday. It's Bondzee. It's Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. Follow me on all the social media, DeanBlundellNetwork.com. And have a wonderful night. See you Wednesday. Ciao.